Outlines have been provided to help teach 7 commands of Jesus. The following is an outline that can be adjusted for further discipleship or for church meetings. Part 1. Looking back. Begin the time in prayer and worshiping God together. After prayer, move to accountability. Ask questions about any commitments that have been made. For example, you could ask, did you share the gospel or the story from last time with anyone? Or you could ask, did you take steps to intentionally love others? Or you could ask, did you read or listen to the Bible daily? Or how did you obey what God taught you? Or do you have any prayer requests or stories that you would like to share? After looking back, move on to part 2, looking up. Choose a passage from the Bible to study for your time together. There is so much in the Bible that can be chosen from. This is a list of stories which include some important ideas from the Bible, and this can be a helpful starting point. As you can see, the stories in this list stretch across the narrative of the Bible, including beginnings, deliverance, kings and prophets, the birth and ministry of Jesus, the death and resurrection of Jesus, and followers of Jesus. Of course, there is much more to the Bible than just these stories, but this can be a helpful place to start in starting to build a deeper understanding of God's Word. After reading a passage from the Bible, review it in one of these ways. You could tell the passage from memory, or you could talk through the passage, or you could tell or read the passage again. Or you could do a drama illustrating the passage. Or you could draw pictures illustrating the passage. After reviewing what you read in some way, discuss the following questions based on the passage. What do we learn about God? What do we learn about man? What should we not do? And what should we do? After discussing these generic questions, plan to discuss topics or questions specific to the passage. Try to focus on understanding the main point of the passage as the author intended. Here are a few suggestions to help understand the passage better. Read or listen to the passage at least 3 times. Consider using a different Bible translation each time. Pray, asking God for help understanding His meaning in the passage. Read slowly and take note of anything that seems to stand out to you, noting words, phrases, flow of logic, tone, audience, connections between words, and countless other things can help understanding. Read or listen to at least 10 to 15 verses before and after the passage. Reading the whole book is ideal. This helps to understand the context of the passage. Consider other passages in the Bible that either support or contradict the conclusions that you make about the passage. Take time to try to reconcile any differences you find between the main passage that you are reading and other portions of the Bible. Be obedient to what you do understand from the passage. Trust God with any parts that are hard to understand. After discussing the passage together, take time to practice. Take time to respond to the passage you chose. Do any immediate steps of obedience together that are called for. Practice teaching the main point of the passage to someone else. After a time of practice, move on to part 3, looking ahead. Make commitments together. Discuss what to obey from the passage. Some examples of ways to obey are to share the chosen passage, or to share your testimony and the gospel with other people, or to intentionally love God and other people, or to study the Bible and pray daily. After making commitments, close the time in prayer together. Remember to pray for any commitments that have been made, asking for God's help and blessing as you obey Him.